Hi, I'm Kyle from New Gamer Nation. I'm here today with Paul. He's publishing a game. He's developing it on his own. It's a Fistful of Gun being published by Devolver Digital. So why don't you go ahead and give me the sales pitch, the elevator pitch for your game.
Well, I'm not a marketer, but basically it's like a 9-player local online co-op game, and every character controls differently. Basically, you have characters that are controlled on the mouse, characters that are controlled on the keyboard and the joypad, and there's just a whole range of like different ways to play and different like control mechanics. So you have like characters that are like more traditional twin stick, and then you have characters on the mouse that are like an RTS unit that you move around with, like a left click to move, right click to fire sort of thing, and just everything in between. Like Bomberman characters that were just like lifted straight from Bomberman. Everything you can think of is in it, and that's kind of the pitch. And it's a bullet hell shooter set in the Wild West.
Okay. So, as I mentioned before, you're developing the game completely on your own, right?
Well, I mean, I got some mates to help me with the sound, but like it's bits here and there, like got to make do when you're doing it on your own.
Right, yeah. So that's really impressive. What was the biggest challenge for you developing this thing? Because you've done the art, you've done all the different control schemes, etc.
Well, damn, that's a pretty tough question actually. Shit.
I'm bringing the hard-hitting journalism.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's several tough things, right? Like money's a huge issue when you're doing it on your own. Just where Devolver, helped out basically. Like they made it so I can just focus on the game. Like when you're just doing it on your own, you don't really have like, you don't have other people to like fill in for you, or it just becomes like a huge hassle to really do anything like outside of just small like concept games. Like doing big games solo is like, big burden on one person financially, and like it takes a long time. Like it's taken, 2 years to get to this point. So, for the last 2 years, it's just been Fistful of Gun, and that's like a huge investment in something that may just, ruin me financially. So, yeah, that's probably the hardest thing. And the next hardest thing, like if you want to talk like stuff in the game, just getting them all, like all these control schemes sort of like working within the context of like the core game, like a bullet hell shooter, like trying to get mouse characters that play as good as a joypad character.
Right.
But like the balance is sort of there. Like it was pretty tough to just balance them all out so they're roughly the same. And it's, even still, there's like some characters are still better than others, and but it's a co-op game, so I think people will be like a little bit okay with it, not being like Halo levels of polish as far as the balance. Like it just needs to be fun to play and something you can sit down with your mates and kind of like enjoy, a fun co-op game for 15 minutes or half an hour or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. They're the two major challenges.
Okay, it sounds like a lot of work, man. I'm impressed, definitely, that you did the whole thing on your own. So I know it's probably too early to ask the bad question to ask, because right now it's just all Fistful of Gun on the brain. Is game development something that you want to continue pursuing once you're done with this project, or?
Well, I've made tons of games, man. Like I've made probably about 20 games now, but they've all been like really small, like concept games. Like my previous game, pretty much all my games up to this one haven't been really like commercially viable. Like I just make stupid shit, basically. Like stuff that was funny to me. Like I made you remember when Steven Seagal like was in law enforcement?
Yeah.
And he drove a tank? I made a game about that. It's called Steven Seagal Hard to SWAT. And it's just like, it's absolutely stupid, right? But they're the sort of games I've been making, and I didn't really think about it as like, I want to make shitloads of money doing games. I just wanted to make cool shit that was funny,
Yeah.
And then until recently, like my missus had a kid, so it's like, maybe I should like take this serious, otherwise it's back to digging holes in the ground sort of thing, like doing fencing or whatever, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, really.
All right, so the game is in early access right now, Fistful of Gun. It's on Steam.
It's you can wish list it. It's not. I'm not early accessing it.
Okay. So where can people buy your game then?
Just check it out on Steam, Fistful of Gun. You just hit the wish list. It'll be out in 3 months ish.
Okay, fantastic. And is there any demo or anything that people can check out, or just at conventions?
Oh, if they hit me up on Twitter, I might send them a demo.
Okay, what's your Twitter handle then?
At FarmerGnome.
Okay, at FarmerGnome.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Paul, for your time.
Cheers,
I appreciate it. Good luck. You
Yeah.
sound very passionate.
Thanks.
Thank you.